Hey, welcome back to Sober Now. I'm Jim LaPierre. Responding in today's vlog to a question that was emailed to me. Person in early recovery asked, what are the most common causes of relapse? And that's a bit of a loaded question. I often hear from folks that relapse is part of recovery. I caution them that it doesn't have to be. It is common that people go back out for even just a day. And in retrospect, sometimes they get a little bit stuck. They will express a fear that they've let everybody down, that they've disappointed everyone, and I'll say, no, I think the person that you let down is yourself. I think the person that you hurt is you, and I hope that you'll take accountability for that. A lot of us get stuck in a little bit of self-pity, bemoaning that we have to start all over again or that we've lost everything. And that certainly, objectively, is not true. The most important thing that we can do after a relapse is be accountable and go back to everything that was working and to treat this as an opportunity. What are we going to add to our recovery program? How are we going to increase support? How are we going to have more honesty and accountability in our program? And honestly, I think those are the most important keys. When I think about why does a person return to using, what I most often find is that before a relapse, there were a number of things that they stopped doing. New habits and routines that had served them well have kind of gone by the wayside by the time a person relapses. Very often, there's been some degree to which they were overwhelmed, facing fear alone, depressed, anxious, and all of those are things that I think ultimately what we come to is that we're not going to be successful as long as we're wrestling those things alone. White knuckling our way through recovery is a really bad idea, and as uncomfortable as it is to open up, to express our needs and feelings, it's absolutely vital that we do so, because the biggest cause that I see for relapse is isolation, is being stoic and telling everybody that we're fine when the truth is we're falling apart. I understand the vulnerability that it takes to open up and ask for help, but I also know the cost of not asking for it. There's a story that I often tell because when people are feeling badly about themselves, when they're uncomfortable with the emotions they're experiencing, they often talk to me in euphemisms. So they'll say things like, I really screwed up. You're going to be so disappointed in me. And I'll say, well, how about if we just name it for what it is? Um, Sometimes folks refer to having a slip, and they kind of want to hide that fact. And I'll point out to them that a slip is something you didn't intend to do. Using or drinking is clearly something that we have to consciously choose to do. And we may be just feeling like we're completely out of control, but it's still a conscious choice and one we have to take responsibility for. So, wherever you're at in your recovery, I hope that you're making some great investments in yourself. I hope that you're allowing others to invest in you. I remind folks all the time that for folks in recovery, it helps them to help you. I remind folks that this is not something that we would judge a person for. This is something that we want to help people make breakthroughs about. So please give me your thoughts on that. Email me questions that you have or topics that you'd like to see covered. Please give a like and a subscribe to the video, and please share with friends and family so we can expand this conversation. Please take excellent care of yourself. Jim at sobernow.com is how you reach me. Have a great day.